Hey everyone, this is me, Steven Kreitoff. I made the there's a popular web game from many years ago called World's Hardest Game. This old game here. I just wanted to give an update to everyone who was curious as to what I'm up to. But most of you would probably know me behind this music is going to be annoying. But most of you probably know me because I made this game many years ago. Let me just refresh it so it doesn't play noise. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update, let everyone know what I'm up to, and got some developments I wanted to share. Just an impromptu video. I haven't really planned out what I'm going to say, but I'll just kind of ramble on for a while. But yeah, the main thing, some of you might have seen there was a video that came out called "How Speedrunners Conquered World's Hardest Game." And that kind of led to some renewed interest in what I'm up to and what I'm doing. So I posted like a little thing here explaining that I'm working on a new game. But this was quite a while ago. This is over a year ago that I posted this, and I still haven't released the game. So people are wondering, where is it? Let's take a sip here. So yeah, the the main update. Actually, I'll go ahead and explain. The main update is I was originally making a game called Dungeon Dame, which was going to be like a really ambitious project, and I was planning on working on it for multiple years. But what I decided was it's too ambitious for right now. So what I've instead decided to do is make a less ambitious game, which I can actually release in a reasonable amount of time. So right now I'm shooting for 6 months. So that would be let's just see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be maybe October-ish, maybe 2024. But yeah, what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna release this less ambitious game, and that'll be kind of a stepping stone so that I can then make the more ambitious game. Because if I go straight into the other one, what's ended up happening is I'm stuck in a endless kind of, I don't feel like I'm ever going to finish. So I need help. I need to hire other developers and stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to hold off on that one. And what I did was I came up with a really elaborate, intricate game design. And it was originally only intended for the larger game. But what I've done is I've extracted a smaller kind of aspect of that game, and I'm going to create a smaller game out of that. So basically, it's going to be it's going to be like World's Hardest Game. It's going to be pretty similar. The main difference, so you had let me just see if I can find it here. Is this the right site? Yeah, so you had World's Hardest Game, which was really, really simple. All you do is walk around avoiding dots, avoiding blue circles, and then collecting coins. Then you had World's Hardest Game 2, which was a little bit more complicated. You basically had keys and doors. That was about it. That was the main difference. Then World's Hardest Game 3, it was a little bit more complicated, where it's basically the same thing as 2, but the levels connected together so that it was each level was made up of a bunch of smaller levels, but apart from that, it was basically the same. And then World's Hardest Game 4, it was the same as 3, except I added terrains and moving platforms. So you had ice, water, conveyor belts, moving platforms, pits, and so forth. But yeah, this next game, this is just someone who ripped off my game, actually, but whatever. This isn't made. This World's Hardest Bat game isn't from me. But anyway, this next game, it's not gonna officially be a World's Hardest Game. It's just gonna be quite similar. I might still call it Dungeon Dame. I haven't decided what I'm gonna call it yet. But the main difference is it's gonna be open world. That's one of the main differences. So basically, the camera tracks the player, and you're walking around in a big open world. And you're dodging enemies is the main gameplay. But actually, there's another thing about it, which I'm not going to fully explain now. But I've rejiggered the way moving platforms work, and I haven't fully I haven't fully explored it yet. But basically, there's gonna be some cool stuff with moving platforms in the next game, which I haven't done before. I haven't really seen other people do it. Someone probably has done something similar, but it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. But it's also going to be open world, and there's also going to be some other changes. So if you liked World's Hardest Game, you'll like this next game. But anyway, I'm going to make that. Hopefully it'll be released in about 6 months. And then I'm going to go back to making games full-time, back like the old days. If you don't know, I used to have a site called Snubbyland, snubbyland.com. This is just the archived version of it. If you go there, I don't know what's going to be there, but don't go to this site because it's probably going to be spam or something. But this is what the old site looked like. I used to do like games, cartoons, weird comics, and I used to kind of like just to talk about what I'm doing. So these are some like updates back when I was making World's Hardest Game 4. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the old days. I'm gonna do this again. I just need to get my new game finished first. So I'm creating a new site, and I'm creating new games. I'm starting a new game studio, and I'll be back doing kind of similar stuff like I used to back in the day. But yeah, that's the main plan. So yeah, I'm really gonna try to get it done in 6 months, although it could drag on for a year, but it's not gonna be longer than that. I'm gonna make sure I get it done on the quicker side. Sorry, I know I keep looking away from the camera. It's because I'm not used to I don't like looking straight at the camera. But anyway, I'm also just going to go ahead and I'll just talk a bit more. This was an earlier version of the game that I was talking about. It's the more ambitious game. I'm not going to go into full detail about it, but the next game, this is a 2D platformer. This other game I'm going to make isn't this. So this is going to be more like the next game after that. But yeah, you might have seen this little demo here, or you might have seen I used to do development vlogs. Let me see. Yeah, I just put them as unlisted because I'm not going to do them anymore. I'm not even actually I've paused development of this game, so I'm not going to do development vlogs anymore. I just don't really want to. But what I will do is I'll do an update once in a while, like maybe in another month. I'll do between now and when it releases, I'll do a few more videos, but it's not going to be a full development vlog because I just don't want to. It's not my cup of tea. And some people suggested that I stream the development, like on Twitch or whatever. I don't think I want to do that either. I'd rather just do it in private. But there will be occasional videos about the game. Oh god, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. Sorry about that. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of what I'm working on. That's basically my plans for now. And I'll just give a quick rundown of what I've been doing, because you might be wondering, it's been so long. This is 2016. I made World's Hardest Game 4. I'll just give a quick update, or a quick little history on what I've been doing. After I made World's Hardest Game 4, Flash was kind of dying out. It was kind of becoming obsolete, and I'd only done Flash up to that point. So I decided I want to get a real job. And my sister was living in Berlin, Germany at the time, and she recommended that I move there because they have a lot of jobs. So I ended up living in Germany, Berlin, for 5 years, from 2018 to 2023, and that's mainly what I've been doing. I worked as a full stack web developer, which means front end and back ends, kind of like this basically. I worked as a full stack web developer for 3 years. And then I'm not going to say the company. I don't want to put their info out there. But and then I worked as a software developer, which was a tougher job. I didn't end up actually doing such a good job at that job. But I somehow got a job I was underqualified for, and somehow lasted for a year and a half. But So I don't really want to do software. Software is kind of annoying. But yeah, I've been just working normal jobs. And then let me see. I don't think I'll search it right now. But I also did some other freelance work. World's Hardest Game. Like if you go to Cool Math Games, there's a version of World's Hardest Game which I did for them. That was another thing I was doing. But anyway, yeah, I was just working for the last 5 years, and I've been working on this other game in my free time. And then I decided that it was taking too long. So I'm going to make a less ambitious game, release it, and then with the money I make from that, I'm going to get some other developers helping me out. Hopefully I'll just start a studio, hire some people, and yeah, I'll just go back to what I was doing before. I'm going to start something like this. It's not going to be called Snubbyland. It's going to be called Fair Maiden Games, but I don't have a site up yet, so I'm just going to talk. Like I'll show it later. Basically, I've already put in a lot of work on it. The site's going to be pretty cool. The site is actually kind of like an open world video game. There's in most sites you click a button and then you have to wait for it to load. You send a request and then you wait for the response, and then it loads the next web page. Whereas my site that I'm building is single web page style, where it's basically like an open world video game with no loading screens. So it's going to be really kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of funny because when I was younger, I had a huge amount of success with World's Hardest Game, and I kind of took it for granted. And then when I worked in the real job market last 5 years or so, I realized, like, yeah, I don't really, I much prefer just doing freelance games. So, yeah, when I get back to the point where I have my own studio again, I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm going to do a good job. I have a lot of plans for games and stuff, especially this other game. I've been working on it for so long. The game design I'm really, really happy with it. I'm so excited for it. I'm not going to give too many details yet, but over time I'll do an update once in a while, and you'll see it's going to be really cool. But yeah, the games that I'm going to make web games, and they're going to be, there's at a minimum there'll be a free demo, but the games will probably just be free. And I'm going to make money where basically, I'm not going to go into full detail, but I'm not going to make pay to win. But what I will do is there's going to be like microtransactions, which don't affect the gameplay. They just affect like the appearance of it. Because one of the gimmicks, kind of, or one of the things I'm doing, the reason I'm calling my new thing Fair Maiden Games, is because I want to make games with real people as characters. So that's going to be a big difference. Back in these days, I used to make characters just be a red square. But yeah, I want to take real people, dress them up in costumes, maybe add some body paint, and then green screen them, have them like running on treadmills, jumping, climbing ladders, whatever, and then take those real people and put them into the digital like fake game world. So it'll be a combination of real people and like art, like kind of like this. Like it'll be fake game world with real people in it. So the way I'm going to make money is I'm just going to release the game for free, and then or at a minimum there'll be a free demo, and then you can unlock models like characters. So I'm gonna create like a library of like, you know, a whole bunch of people, and you can pay to change which character you play as, basically. So if you can imagine like celebrities or something, like you might like, you know, Scarlett Johansson, or you might like Angelina Jolie or something. So it'll be like that, where you'll have a bunch of people to choose from, and you can play the game as whichever character you want, and you probably just unlock the characters as microtransactions. But it's just an aesthetic change. It's not pay to win, and it doesn't actually affect the gameplay. It's just for fun. I think it's going to be really fun. And people don't really put real people in games, which is baffling to me because I think it's really, really cool. I think it's going to be great. So that's going to be one of the main differences. And then, yeah, so you'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna make some updates. I'm gonna do an update once in a while. I guess you'll see when I do more updates, but it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be a full development vlog. But it'll just be so you know what's going on, and then eventually I'm gonna go back to just doing the updates instead of doing them on YouTube. I'm just gonna create my own website, kind of like this old site, and I'm just gonna do the updates from there from now on, or from then on. But for now, it'll just be on YouTube. So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty happy with my plans because I can get things going in about 6 months. Yeah, right now I'm not really, I don't really have a job or anything. I'm kind of stuck. I'm not really. I'm gonna just work as hard as I can so that I can get this game done and get back on my feet or whatever. But that's about it. Pretty happy. I'm still really excited about it, and I think everything's gonna go well. But yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know everything's still going well, and I'll be back soon. And I'm planning on being in game development and web development for a long time, hopefully decade plus. So you'll hear from me again when my next game comes out and in the next few videos or whatever. So that'll be it for now. Probably be about a month when I do my next video. So you'll get a little sneak peek in about a month. It'll be similar to World's Hardest Game with open world. And with cooler more features with the moving platforms that make it cooler. But yeah, anyway. So, see you later.